Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. In the video I posted yesterday, seemed to have caught a lot of attention. People asking me what I do for my calves, even some people asking me what I do for my legs, and my little leg update video in my cut at 195 pounds. And I guess we need to have a talk about genetics. What did I do to get my calves? I somehow magically transported all of my arm genetics to my calves. Because let's be realistic, my arms ain't that fantastic. And I actually train them. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, you know, your legs is, the way you get it with your legs is because of whatever drugs or whatever you use. And my reply to them would be, then why don't all those curls and skull crushers you guys have seen me do, you guys have seen me do like 10 rep sets of full range of motion skull crushers with 135 pounds? Why don't I have massive triceps if that's the answer? And the answer, genetics. Genetics play a bigger role than people are willing to admit. They affect structure, they affect muscle growth, and the best that we can do as individuals is to work around our genetics that we have and do the very best that we can with what we have. And maybe some people will do better than others in different things, and of course they will. Doesn't mean you can't be the best that you can be personally, which you choose to do. Now, obviously you guys know roughly what I do with all that in my upper body. You guys have seen me do all sorts of heavy compounds for my upper body. You guys have seen me do high rep curls, high rep side laterals, high rep skull crushers. Things like my arms and delts lag behind the rest of my body. Yet, the rest of my body doesn't get trained for what anyone would consider to be hypertrophy work. I mean, if you look at my legs in that video, do you guys really want to know what I do for legs? 1 to 3 rep barbell squats and barbell deadlifts. That's it. I don't do isolation work. I do really no accessory work. I haven't for a couple of years for my legs. I was doing some front squats and glute ham raises for a little while, but it's been a couple of years ago. My legs are bigger now. As far as even the 3 rep stuff, I've cut that out. I would say in the last 9 months, I've probably only done singles for the most part for my thighs and my hamstrings, and that's all through squats and deadlifts, and that's my calf work also. Sometimes there's some variations there, you know, there's pause squats, there's deficit deadlifts, things like that, but that's the entirety of my leg routine. Yet I have pretty well developed legs. Now, are they necessarily NPC quality legs? Of course not. However, am I NPC lean? Do I use NPC drug stacks? No. But my leg development is pretty good, and it's way more than people would expect for the way that I train. I think we'll at least agree with that. I do singles on squats and deadlifts, but I have 18-inch calves and my thighs are taping at like 29 inches. There's a genetic component there. And I'm just not particularly genetically or structurally blessed in the arm department, and I'm very gifted in the calf and thigh department. And it's that simple. That's all there is to it. But I train those things hard. I train them with progressive overload, so there is stimulus, even if it isn't necessarily ideal. And my genetics do the rest there. But, you know, the grass is always greener on the other side. A lot of people will see that and say, man, I wish I had those calf genetics. And I'd look at someone like Chris Jones and say, hey, man, it'd be nice if I had his arm genetics. But that's reality, guys. You have what you have. Work with what you have. Do the best you can. But remember, genetics do matter. Alright guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.